Did I make a mistake? Moving into a nursing home seemed like the right decision. Until I actually did it. I had my reasons, health concerns, the promise of constant care, and the idea of being around people my age. But let me tell you, there are some hard truths that no one warned me about. I imagined a place where I'd feel safe, cared for, and surrounded by companionship. Instead, I found myself facing unexpected challenges that made me question if I had made the right choice. And the worst part? Once you're in, it's not so easy to just pack up and leave. If you're considering it or have a loved one who is, you need to hear this. This decision is life-changing, and it's better to be fully informed than to walk in blindly. There are things people don't talk about, things that can make or break your experience. Some of them are minor annoyances, but others can truly impact your well-being, your finances, and even your sense of self. Today, I'm sharing 6 eye-opening realities about nursing homes that I wish I had known before making the move. These are the things I had to learn the hard way, but you don't have to. Stick around, because the last one might shock you the most, and it's something almost no one talks about. Hard truth 1. The loss of independence is real. One of the biggest adjustments when moving into a nursing home is realizing how much control you lose over your own life. It's something you might not think about until it's gone. At home, you decide when to wake up, when to eat, when to watch TV, and when to go outside for a breath of fresh air. In a nursing home, all of that changes. Everything runs on a schedule, not your schedule, but theirs. Meals are served at set times, activities are planned without your input, and even basic routines like taking a shower or having visitors are dictated by facility rules. You might have spent your whole life making your own decisions, only to find yourself suddenly being told when and how to do things. And while it's understandable that staff need structure to keep things running smoothly, it can feel like you're losing a piece of yourself. They call it assisted living, but sometimes it feels more like restricted living. Want to sleep in? Too bad. Breakfast is served at a fixed time. Feel like taking a walk outside? You might need permission or an escort. Need to use a restroom? You may have to wait for a caregiver to be available. And let's talk about privacy. In your own home, you decide who comes in and out. In a nursing home, staff members can enter your room at any time for checkups, cleaning, or routine procedures. Even when it's necessary, it can still feel invasive. Imagine resting in your room, only for someone to knock and walk in without waiting for a response. Over time, this constant lack of personal space can wear you down, making you feel like your room isn't truly your own. Another aspect of losing independence is the limited ability to make decisions about your daily activities. In many facilities, there are scheduled group activities like bingo, movie nights, or craft sessions, but what if you're not interested? What if you'd rather read a book alone, take a quiet walk, or call a friend? While some places offer flexibility, many residents feel pressure to join group activities just to avoid boredom. And if you don't participate, you may start feeling isolated, stuck between forced socialization and unwanted solitude. Even small things, like choosing your own meals, become a challenge. While nursing homes provide food, the menus are often limited, and residents don't always get much say in what they eat. If you're someone who enjoys cooking or has specific preferences, this can be a major adjustment. It's frustrating, and for many, it's the hardest part transition. Losing the ability to make even the smallest choices can feel dehumanizing. The loss of independence is something few people fully anticipate before making the move. Have you or a loved one ever faced this? Let me know in the comments. Hard truth 2. The hidden costs add up fast. You might think you've budgeted for everything, but nursing homes come with a laundry list of extra fees that can quickly drain your savings. The monthly cost you agreed to might cover basic room and board, but anything beyond that, it's often an added expense. Need extra assistance with daily activities? That's an upcharge. If you require more help with dressing, bathing, or mobility than initially expected, those costs can stack up fast. Even something as simple as medication management, having staff remind you to take your pills, can come with an additional fee. And then there are the hidden charges for activities and services that many assume are included. Want to join a special exercise class? That might be extra. Looking to get your hair cut in the facility salon? Expect a bill. Some nursing homes even charge for things like laundry service, internet access, or transportation for medical appointments. Family members often find themselves stepping in to cover these unexpected expenses, which can create financial stress for everyone involved. For those on a fixed income, these extra charges can be overwhelming, leading some residents to cut back on services they actually need just to save money. The financial strain is real, and many find themselves paying far more than they ever anticipated. Before making a move, it's crucial to ask for a full breakdown of potential costs. Have you or a loved one experienced unexpected fees in a nursing home? Let me know in the comments. Hard truth 3. The food isn't what you think. I pictured fresh, home-cooked meals, nutritious, flavorful, and comforting. What I got? Bland, repetitive, and sometimes downright unappetizing food. Most nursing homes operate on strict budgets, meaning meals are designed for cost efficiency, not taste. Ingredients are often frozen or prepackaged, and menus rarely change. If you're used to enjoying what you want, when you want, this can be a tough adjustment. Portion sizes can also be an issue. Some places serve meals that feel too small, while others provide food that lacks the nutrients older adults actually need. And let's not forget dietary restrictions. If you have special needs, you might find your choices even more limited. Another problem? Lack of variety. Eating the same rotation of meals week after week takes the joy out of food. Some residents get so tired of the meals that they skip them altogether, relying on snacks or outside food, if the facility even allows it. And let's be honest, at this stage in life, good food should be a given, not a luxury. A well-prepared meal is more than just nourishment. It's something to look forward to. But in many nursing homes, eating becomes just another routine task rather than an enjoyable experience. If you or a loved one have dealt with disappointing food in a nursing home, share your experience in the comments. What was the worst meal you ever had? Hard truth 4. Loneliness can hit harder than expected. Ironically, even with people all around, many residents feel lonelier than ever. Moving into a nursing home often means leaving behind lifelong friends, neighbors, and familiar routines. While you might expect to form new connections, the reality can be quite different. Friends and family visit less often than they promised. At first, there may be frequent visits, but over time, life gets in the way. The phone calls become shorter, the visits less frequent, and eventually, days or even weeks pass without seeing a familiar face. That absence is felt deeply. Conversations with other residents are sometimes surface level at best. Everyone has their own struggles, and while there's potential for friendships, not everyone is looking to bond. Some residents keep to themselves, while others may be dealing with memory issues or health concerns that make communication difficult. And then there's the environment itself. When you're surrounded by people who are also missing their old lives, the loneliness becomes even heavier. It's one thing to feel alone in an empty house, but another to feel alone in a crowded room where no one truly understands what you're going through. Many residents find themselves reminiscing about the past, longing for the days when they had control over their own schedules, surrounded by people they loved. Have you ever felt lonely despite being surrounded by people? If so, you understand how isolating this can be. Let me know in the comments. Hard truth 5. The staff can't always keep up. Most caregivers are hardworking and kind, but they're stretched thin. Nursing homes are often understaffed, with one nurse responsible for dozens of residents at a time. That means care can sometimes feel rushed, impersonal, or even neglected. It's not that caregivers don't care. They simply don't have enough time. When a single staff member is juggling medication schedules, meal assistance, personal hygiene, and medical emergencies, something inevitably gets overlooked. A call button might go unanswered for too long. A request for help might be postponed. And when you need assistance but no one comes fast enough, it can be frustrating or even dangerous. For residents who need frequent support, these delays can have serious consequences. Missing medications, waiting too long for bathroom assistance, or not getting immediate help after fall. These are real concerns. And while most staff members do their best, they can only do so much with the resources they have. It's not the caregiver's fault. It's the system. Many nursing homes operate under tight budgets and staffing shortages, which means employees are constantly overworked. Unfortunately, this leaves residents feeling like they're just another number rather than a person who deserves attention and care. Have you or a loved one ever experienced delays in care at a nursing home? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Hard Truth 6. It can feel like a waiting room for the end. This one is tough to say, but it's true. For many, a nursing home feels less like a place to live and more like a place to wait. Days become repetitive, and the sense of purpose that once fueled daily life starts to fade. Residents often reminisce about what they used to do rather than talk about what they're going to do. The conversations are filled with memories of the past, jobs they held, families they raised, adventures they once had. But when it comes to future plans, there aren't many. That spark of life, the excitement of what's next, starts to dim. Part of the problem is the environment itself. Many facilities lack engaging activities or meaningful social interactions. When routines are the same every day and there's little to look forward to, it's easy to feel like time is just slipping away. And that's why, if you're thinking about this move, it's crucial to find ways to stay engaged, active, and connected before it's too late. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, joining a group, or simply staying in touch with loved ones, keeping your mind and body engaged is essential for maintaining quality of life. If you or someone you know has felt this way, share your thoughts in the comments. What are some ways to keep that spark alive? So, do I regret moving into a nursing home? Some days, yes. But I also believe knowledge is power, and now that you know these hard truths, you or your loved one can make a more informed choice. What are your thoughts? Have you or someone you know faced these struggles? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more real talk about aging, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because getting older doesn't mean giving up control. See you in the next one.